Hello, everyone, and thanks for listening to the Quality Hub, chatting with ISO experts. I'm your host, Xavier Francis, and today I'm here with Ty Elliott, consultant from Core Business Solutions. Glad you could join us, Ty.
Hey, good to be here, X. Glad to be back in the studio.
Yes, we had you on probably about a year ago, I think.
I did. I was talking about ISO 27001.
Yes, but today we're going to be talking about ISO 9001 and how to write a quality policy. It's a little thing, but it kind of has to say a lot. So we're going to dig into that. But before we do that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yep. I come from a manufacturing background. I've been working with ISO 9001 and other standards for about 16 years now. This month is actually my 3-year anniversary here at Core.
Congrats.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, another really quick question. What is the favorite burner on your stove?
It is the front right.
Yeah.
You don't have to put your hand over it.
Right. Yeah. Well, everybody has, and I've said this on a few other podcasts, everybody has a favorite pan, dish, spatula, burner, but we don't talk about this in adult life much. So,
I've got an heirloom enameled pot that I've been making ramen in for decades.
So that means you're out of college age, but you're still making ramen.
Hey, it is.
Right there with you.
Yep.
How many 30-cent meals have I had? Right? Well, let's get right into this. Let's start off with the basic question. What is a quality policy and why is it a foundational element in a quality management system?
Yes, we should definitely start with what is a quality policy. The quality policy is a statement that defines and communicates the purpose and intent of the quality management system, or QMS.
Okay.
It's much like a mission statement or a vision statement, but focused on quality.
Okay. So it has the same elements where you want to kind of bring everything down into that focus.
Down into that focus, something that everybody can be on the same page about, that they all know what direction they're going.
Okay.
Yeah, now that I've mentioned quality a few times, let's discuss quality assurance and quality management.
Okay.
Quality assurance or quality control is a concept of making sure your product functions properly and that the products going to your customers are consistent and serve their purpose.
That's pretty easy.
Yep. Inspecting a product before it goes out the door is a method of quality assurance. You may have seen a tag on a piece of clothing or in a computer box that you've purchased that says QC by Inspector 99.
So I always wondered who that inspector was.
So quality management, on the other hand, goes much further. It is concerned with things like your risks and issues, setting objectives, communication with employees, and most of all, customer satisfaction. The whole purpose of the QMS is to remove obstacles that jeopardize quality.
Okay, so it's not just, oh, that's inspected, it's good to go. It's a way deeper function.
Yep, focused on that customer satisfaction. So the quality policy will tell your employees why you have a quality management system, and it'll also give your customers confidence in your ability to follow through.
Okay.
We usually think of it as an internal thing, but yeah, it can be great for some marketing materials or capability statements, things like that.
So it can be used sort of like a mission statement, but for quality. That makes sense. So what are the core components that every quality policy should include? And again, this is going to be regardless of industry. It's what you're providing to the customer. So, and the quality of that could be service, could be a physical product. But what are those important components?
Sure. From a technical standpoint, ISO 9001 states that the quality policy shall include commitments to satisfy applicable requirements to continually improve the quality management system, provide a framework for setting quality objectives, and it supports the organization's strategic direction.
So that was a mouthful, but this is supposed to fit into like 2 sentences?
Yeah.
So what does all that mean?
Right. So let's start with the applicable requirements. Not only do you need to meet the requirements that make up your product or service or that are set forth by the customer, but there are likely other requirements that need to be met. There could be safety requirements, such as for food products or services, regulatory requirements like import and export control, or defense-related requirements like ITAR, which is International Traffic in Arms Regulation.
Okay.
So it's telling everybody that we know what our product needs to be, we know what our customer wants, but there's probably other things that we need to do to make sure that customer is satisfied.
Okay.
Then that we're legal.
Yeah, and then it's legal.
Continuous improvement is one of the biggest benefits of implementing a quality management system. Quality policy can tell your employees and customers that you've set goals to maintain and improve quality.
Okay. All right. So how can organizations align their quality policy with their overall mission and strategic objectives?
The quality policy should reflect the overall aim of the company and match its character or flavor, you might call it.
Okay.
So we kind of want to bake the organization into that quality policy statement too. So we've got our own quality policy at Core Business Solutions. It says Core Business Solutions is committed to providing management system products and services that meet our customer expectations by successfully preparing and equipping them for conformance and maintenance to specific standards. So there we're talking about what we're aiming for as a company and the nature or context of our business.
Okay.
The last part says that we accomplish this by continually improving our products and processes.
Okay.
Which is something we do every day here at Core Business Solutions. We're always working on improvement.
Absolutely.
So we lay out that we're preparing our customers for success, which is very much our mission.
So that kind of goes hand in hand. And something that, and this is a little bit next step thing, but when we've been audited, I always make sure that I review the quality policy before we are audited. So I know what my job does and how it relates to that quality policy. So it's important probably to communicate that to, not in the quality policy, but to the employees that should know, or at least be able to understand what their job is trying to do towards that quality policy.
Yep. And that's absolutely something you should keep in mind while you're writing the quality policy. Think about your target audience.
Okay.
So if we're talking about how long or short it should be, keep in mind that everybody in the company has to know the quality policy and what it means to them. They don't have to recite it word for word necessarily, but they should know what the key parts are and how they play into it.
Okay.
A brief paragraph, 2 to 4 sentences, is probably about as long as you would want to make it, but some specific industries might have a longer one.
So what might be some industries that would need a longer quality policy?
Industries where there are a lot of strict requirements, like the aerospace and defense industry, are good examples. They need to be concerned with safety aspects of the products and services, airworthiness, a lot of checks and balances there.
So basically keep it short and sweet is what you're saying.
Keep it short and sweet. Yeah. The quality policy shouldn't have flowery marketing language. Your vision statement might say that you aim to be the largest supplier in the United States of some kind of widget, but that has no bearing on quality.
Okay. So this is specifically looking at the quality requirements and legalities that might need to be met. Okay. So what are some creative or effective ways to make a quality policy part of the organizational culture?
Right. The quality policy doesn't have to be formatted as sentences in a paragraph. Some of the most impactful and easy to remember quality policies I've seen are acronyms.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say you're a local manufacturer in your home state. You might make an acronym out of Texas, for example.
Okay.
Use X for exceeding expectations, or S for satisfying customers.
Okay.
That'll be easy for employees to remember, not just when it comes time for that big audit, but on a daily basis. They can see it posted by the time clock and use that to check their actions. Is what I'm doing going to promote customer satisfaction? And am I remembering to stick to the requirements I was given? It's kind of like a check against the company's true north.
Yeah, I like the acronym idea. So you're giving us some good pointers here. What are some common mistakes that organizations make when they're writing their first quality policy?
Right. Number one, don't make a book out of the quality policy. I know we've mentioned that a couple times. Sometimes you're going to start off with a lot of ideas, and then you want to boil it down into something that's succinct and concise, easy to remember. So even though they don't have to recite it word for word, making it too long can be a bit confusing.
Okay.
Also, be sure to work with your internal management and leadership to truly make them a part of the quality policy.
Okay.
The most successful quality management systems are ones that are flowed down from top leadership, that they've got that buy-in and commitment. They might have key parts that they wish to see, and including leadership in the process will promote the buy-in and acceptance of the policy across the business.
So this isn't just something where if you have a quality manager or you've hired a quality manager, you just push it to them and say, okay, take care of all this stuff. You really need to have, just like everything else for 9001, leadership needs to really be the impetus of making sure it's what you need it to be.
Yes, lead by example.
Okay. All right. So brass tacks here. For a small business just starting out, what would be your step-by-step advice for writing the first quality policy? You mentioned make sure you got your leadership. Keep it short and sweet. What else?
Yeah, ask yourself what's the most important factor in achieving delivery of your quality product or service.
Okay.
And what you and your team can do to ensure customer satisfaction.
Okay.
You might say that we're going to listen to our customers' feedback. We're going to use that to improve our processes and provide a better experience or product for your customers.
Okay.
Next, boil down those concepts into line items and remove anything that isn't quality related. While being profitable is important, that is not exactly appropriate for the quality policy.
Okay.
And is it going to be easy for employees to remember?
Right.
Lastly, once you have it written, be sure to communicate it to employees often. Make it visible, post it in the break room, insert it in the beginning of company presentations.
So just make sure people are aware of it, and it's more top of mind than just when you might be audited.
Right. You want to make the quality policy truly be a part of your organization and a statement that'll guide your success.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been really insightful. Again, it's something small, but it's something important. And it's always difficult to take something that has so much meaning and getting it succinct. I really like the acronym idea. That really gives you some things. I always thought it needed to be a paragraph or a sentence or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. And before I ask you for any last thoughts, we're talking about 9001 today. Do other standards require a statement, sort of like an environmental statement, a health and safety statement, a information security statement that you need to do as well if you're doing other standards?
Absolutely. Yep. So for ISO 9001 focused on quality, that's the quality policy. Information security standards, 27001, you'll have an information security policy, which might talk about protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of customer information that you're holding.
So is the process very similar? You're just looking at a different aspect of your business, right?
Yeah. So for those other policy statements, we're looking for the same exact kind of concept. Provide that guiding framework to your employees. You might be protecting the confidentiality of customer information that you're holding, making sure it stays private. You might be focused on environmental management, ensuring that you're protecting the habitat around you and your employees' health. Every different standard is going to have its own kind of statement.
It just was one of those things. It's great if we're talking about making quality policy, how that applies to other ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. This has been really insightful. I think it's going to be really helpful for a lot of our listeners. Do you have any last thoughts in regards to quality policies?
Yes. So when we think about a policy, you might think about some kind of HR related, like a harassment policy that says we're going to supply training to our employees every year. It's going to be updated and we're going to keep a record. The quality policy is more of a statement. It's not like a procedure or work instruction. It's there to guide the whole organization and make sure that your customers are satisfied.
Okay. So it's like the heart of your quality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, really appreciate you being here again, Ty. Always great to see you, to talk to you. I appreciate you walking us through all of talking about writing a quality policy.
Thank you so much, X. Glad to be here.
Thank you. We want to thank everyone who's listened to our podcast today. We hope it's been informative for you. Now, if you're looking for more information about Core Business Solutions, as we're now an LRQA company, and how we can help you with ISO certification, cybersecurity, customized training, anything involved with ISO standards, please email us at info@thecoresolution.com. You can also visit our website at www.thecoresolution.com. And if you haven't already followed us on your favorite podcast platform or YouTube, please be sure to do so. And that way you won't miss the next Quality Hub podcast when it's released next week. Have a great day.